Alright, in this video I'm going to talk about the evolution of stupid, right? And that means why there are so many stupid people in the world, right? And how stupidity just evolves, right? You said stupidity doesn't go away, you see. It just evolves and changes form from one type of stupidity to another. You won't get rid of stupid people for quite a while. Well, they're here to stay, right? The idiots, the selfish, the greedy, violent, right? The psychopathic, right? They're just the plain stupid, right? They're here to stay. And why is there so many stupid people around? Well, it all started when people came out of the forest. You see, when people came out of the forest, there's two kinds of people that you have, because everybody needs to eat, right? Everybody needs to eat and have housing, have shelter. So there's two kinds of people that have different methods of getting food. One involve hunting, and that's a smarter of the group, right? Because you got to plan your hunt. You can't always hunt for game. The game is not always there, so you gotta plan your hunt. You always also have to plan your traps, right? You gotta plan your traps. You can devise your traps. You gotta plan how to hunt down the animal, or you plan how to fish, right? Some way to catch food. Then there's this other group which farm the land. Which group is stupid, right? Which group has less skill, requires less brain power, and therefore stupider, right? Produce stupider people from generations to generation, right? Think about farming, for instance. What does it take to be a farmer? I'm not talking about the mechanized farm now, either, right? I'm just talking about your ordinary brute strength required farm, because back in those days, right, not everybody can afford a horse or a cow, so only way you can pull the plow is to hitch it on your back, right? Hitch the plow on your back, or hitch it to somebody else, some slaves that you beat into submission, and then there you go. There's your farmer. So how much brain power does it take to do that? Now generations and generations of these people just reproduce, right? See, there's not much brain power involved. And which gender is more favored in this sort of situation? Right? It just requires brute strength. It doesn't require skill, right? There's no skill involved. You just hitch your plow onto the back of some muscular, hunky guy. Just tell him to, or you just plow the field yourself because you're muscular, right? See, women were useless then, right? You just go back home after you plow the fields and start raping your sister. So with farming, the surplus of food increased, right? Surplus of food increased to produce more farmers, right, with idiots in every generation. Now somehow you gotta feed these people. When you develop cities, right, somehow you gotta feed these people. So what do? You have to give them some sort of job. What sort of job can some no skill, no brain, muscular guy do when they move into a city? You see, some illiterate muscular peasant that's raised from generation to generation, right? Raised on a farm from generation to generation, and never really learned to read, right? Illiterate as hell, violent, greedy, sister raping, your typical hick, right? They move into the city. What sort of job can be available to these kind of idiots? Mm. We're not talking about crafting a piece of fine art. We're not talking about crafting fine piece of engineering either, right? It doesn't take a lot of craftsmanship for some hick to do repetitive labor or labor that requires brute strength, or some sort of labor that that require just selling, sitting in the store and just selling the items, right? You mind the store, right? So what kind of people do we have in this world that just fits what I described? Is there a lot of these people? Just take a look around. Just go outside and take a look around. That's how stupid people evolved, and they're still with us. We're not going to get rid of them anytime soon, so just get used to it.